Uh, am I audible? सुनाई दे रहा है तो बताना, नहीं सुनाई दे रहा तो भी बताना, बट अगर सुनाई दे रहा है तो भी बताओ. I don't know how many people will turn up for the live because it's a very unlikely time. I'm not very sure if there are too many people who are willing to join the live as such. But the only reason why I decided to come live today was because of a very significant sign that I received. So there's this one person who I was counseling last evening, and she was trying to tell me that how her specific person is so very important for her, and how the specific person is a part of her spiritual awakening and stuff. So we're just discussing everything. She was asking me that how do you imagine the both of us. So I was just telling her that I imagine the both of you sitting when the pandit is reciting the mantra, and I have not really had the chance of attending a Hindu wedding. Like, I mean, I get invited and stuff, but I just can't make it. So the last time when I had actually been a part of a wedding entourage was in 2016, which, like, because it was happening right next to the place where I stay. So that wedding entourage was just, I was just passing by and I saw the wedding procession. So what happened was that this particular sign that I got yesterday, it was about it was not actually it was not a sign that I was looking for, but I was just thinking to myself that what if the marriage that my client is anticipating, it happens just according to her fairy tale. So I was telling her that I saw her in baby pink lehenga, and the curtains and everything else, it was they were all in light pastel shades and stuff. So I was just thinking about that, and I was like on my way back home, and I just saw a wedding procession, and it was so magical because that particular wedding procession was just outside the gym my specific person goes to, and it was amazing because I just thought that fine, so basically I'm thinking about the weddings of my clients to their respective specific persons, and then immediately I see something as nice as this. It's such an amazing feeling. So yeah, so the only reason why I came live today is because I wanted to tell you certain things that you must take into account when you're manifesting a specific person. See, the thing is that if you are functioning from a place of want, like you want to be married and you want to be hitched as soon as possible, it won't come. Okay, so the only way it can come is you have to stop requiring it. So it's basically, you don't have to be married. Okay, you can always think of yourself in your 5D as a person who is happily cohabiting with your specific person. So I mean, of course, if you're married, then you'll have a certain level of understanding between yourself and your specific person. So imagine yourself as being that understanding person in that relationship. Think of yourself as that person who's holding the relationship well and good. The reason why I'm telling that is because the more aware you are of your actions and your behavior and the way you present yourself, that is the key to self-love, first of all. Second thing, it's going to help you understand that where you're falling short, where you are where you need to work on. Okay, so for example, like I really did have a tendency to pick on people's flaws. Like, I was a very judgmental person, okay, and I used to keep on picking out those flaws of other people, the people who I have been with, the people who I've been friends with, who I have had as acquaintances and stuff. So I remember, like, I was so pretty critical. I was just one of those people who used to say that this person has this thing as a bad quality, and this thing is a demerit, etc., etc., all of it. Okay, and so what happened as a result of that was I ended up being a much more miserable person, because I was constantly picking out the flaws of others. So look at yourself first, see how you are in the relationship, look at yourself and where you need to work on. Okay, so hi Smriti. So yeah, so this is one thing that I needed to speak of. The second thing that is very very important is that um, whenever you are thinking of a moment wherein like you're a specific person and you are happy, try to capture that feeling of a long term goal. Like I mean, I might be married in my 5D, or you might be engaged to your specific person in your 5D, but that feeling of happiness and satisfaction, that is something you're going to feel for the entire day. So let's say like you've just cracked a business deal, let's say that you've just had the meeting that you were looking forward to. So that particular feeling that you have when you're thinking of your specific person, that has to be reflected in the other tasks that you're doing throughout the day. That's one thing that I really found helpful, because when I was manifesting my specific person, I actually thought that the only way to manifest a person was just imagining and visualizing and etc., etc. But that is not a very good thing to begin with, because I mean the visualization doesn't serve that much unless you are willing to feel it. So the feeling that you have, okay, that's what cracks the code. So this is one thing. And the last and the most important thing that you must remember is you have to be happy. Okay, if you are happy, then your perspective towards your love life actually changes. So I won't be able to focus on my relationship or my friendships with people or my relationships with other people in life if I'm not a very happy person in general. So be happy. Look for reasons that give you a sense of accomplishment. Look for things that give you a sense of love. Okay, so for example, I really love feeding people who are homeless. Like I always do that. Whenever I have the chance, I'll probably buy some extra food for people who I don't really have a connection to. I do that act of charity all the time. It's not an act of charity, but generally, like I just feel like I'm a happier person. Okay, when it's that way. Excuse me. So yes, so that happiness factor, that actually changes your entire perspective towards everything else. I think it's an essential thing that you need to work on. If you're a very critical person, or if you're a person who overthinks a lot, I think you do need to work on the happiness part of yourself. Like just attempt at being happy, like randomly happy. Just be happy for no reason at all. Just think to yourself that nothing can go wrong, because there's one affirmation that really works for me when I am sort of feeling somewhere not very good about myself. That one affirmation is that everything works for me. It's not hard for me to manifest anything. Affirmations like that. I did make a list of customized affirmations for all of my clients, but I mean that's also because so many of them were willing to test those affirmations if those work. So we were setting out this collective intention for other people we know of, and those affirmations actually worked for a lot of them. So I know that why that works. That actually works because you have a set of words that are powerful enough and they resonate with you. So I might not believe in I am love, but if I'm saying that I can give love, and I'm able to love people without putting conditions, I think that also describes me as a person, because I did have a tough time initially when I was starting out my manifestation journey with the affirmations, because I was just constantly thinking to myself that okay, these affirmations are just temporary relief, they are not something that I can fall back on permanently. So I went on that self-sabotage mode and I ended up ruining my mind space. So I didn't use affirmations after a while. It's like affirmations don't really they don't really serve my purpose, but what does work for me is that whenever I'm feeling negative about myself, I just look at all the other manifestations that I have been able to do. So let's say if I'm feeling bad about the fact that I have a fight with my SP, I'll switch back into that mode when I had the best of my time with my specific person. I look at all those memories that work for me. So those memories are what, they help me restore faith in myself, and the fact that I will be able to crack it no matter what. So happiness, okay, happiness through a memory or happiness through a certain task is a very essential thing that you should work on. Yeah, and also if you require any such details about the same, like how do you start being happy, and how do you put that focus back on yourself, just send me an email. That email is on my Instagram page. Like you can just send me an email. You can connect with me on the Instagram DM. You can just send me a text if you have my number, anything. Okay, I'm also available on Snapchat, etc. You can just connect with me. Yeah. Also, I think it's time that I told you that I'm setting an intention for everybody every day of the week, whenever I can, whenever I'm sitting idle or whenever my thoughts are just wandering here and there. I'm setting an intention for every one of your specific persons, sending a prayer to the universe, sending this prayer that whatever happens, I'll always want your specific persons to be in the pink of health. Okay, they should always be happy and thriving and positive about everything that's going on. Yeah, so that's what I had to tell you guys. I'll keep this live, and I'll also post this on my YouTube channel. Do check this out if you are interested. Also, there are some sessions that I will be rescheduling. If you require any such assistance, let me know. That's it. Yeah. So that's it. So yeah. Take care, everyone. Be safe. And because I'm inside the cafe, so I'm not wearing a mask, just to let you know. So yeah, that's about it. Okay.